On good old Tubi TV, I watched from, and it's hard to say here, 1985, I think it's when it was made or shot or put in theaters in 86. My Chauffeur, the last of the Crown International Pictures films I'm going to be seeking out. This came as a suggestion over on Twitter, where no one actually pays attention to my tweets anymore because it's not 2009. I don't have a verified check mark, so there you go. I'm totally unimportant to the Twittersphere. Anyways, this stars Deborah Foreman, the lead. I guess she's the Valley Girl in Valley Girl. She's also, I think her name's Muffy in April Fool's Day. Both movies I'm kind of okay with. She's a different character here. She's a very eccentric gal. She's a hard worker, wants to prove herself, has the lace, you know, like Madonna and like the Scene Kids tried to do a few years back. Has like, you know, the lace gauntlet sleeve type thing going. And anyway, she gets this job. She got accepted to be a chauffeur at this limousine company. Why does she want to do this? Not totally sure, but she wants to prove herself and whatever. And there's a lot of boobies. Not from Deborah Foreman, but at some point I got kind of sick of her shtick. It felt like she was acting in some kind of like little kid movie. Like she was some character accompanying like Pee Wee Herman, and she was in this weird adult film. You know, you have a lot of weird stuff going down here. You got Sam Jones plays this guy who gets drunk and he's rich and stuff. His gal cheated on him, breaks up with him in her limo where she's chauffeuring him, and she tries to take care of him, but he runs around naked in the park. There's a lot of weird shit that happens. First assignment she gets, she has to follow around some rock star. He wakes up in bed surrounded by naked chicks, one of whom is the founder of the Pussycat Dolls. And she has to like get him in line to go to the concert that night. It's like, how far did she drive? Because it looked like it was like noon when she picked him up. But they have some weird antics in the park. Yeah, there's weird shit that happens in the park in this movie. I kind of like how this old woman they're harassing for some kind of game they don't really explain, where they have to like take her panties. Like, stuff would not fly today, okay? But I like the outrageousness of it. How like she had to use his poodle as like nunchucks. Or like that mace from the Go-Go Yubari and Kill Bill, right? So, yeah, she's getting in a lot of trouble with the taxi people. Or sorry, the chauffeur crew. They say all kinds of sexist things to her. Again, would not fly today. Don't get your nipples hard. It was one assignment, blah, blah. We're in the men's room. No women are allowed here. Well, where's the toilet? It's just a kitchen. It's like a breakfast nook. No women allowed? What? They could have said, make me a sandwich. I mean, it's pretty heavy-handed with this stuff. At one point, it says introducing Penn and Teller. So, Penn Jillette is some kind of scoundrel. He's looking to like grift some Saudi prince guy. It says that he's a diplomat, but I don't know why he's rolling money or whatever. Anyways, he calls himself Bone, and Teller is Abdul, this Saudi guy, wherever country he's from. He gets in the limo with him, and he's like, hey, I'm a security guy. Hey, I'm a security guy. He just fast talks him. Hey, you don't need that wallet here. Let me take you. Let me trade you. Hey, trade your watch for this watch over here. Look, it's got Kegler's way better than yours. It's a Rolex. You don't need that. Come on. You know, he just fast talks him out of it. Takes him to his club. He says it's his club. Has a lot of, like, girls around dressed very 80s, and then they end up getting naked in the limo. Hey, look, we're doing gratuitous nudity. I'll provide the gratuity. Here's some money. Here, trade me your shirt, blah, blah. Anyways, it looks like she's running a mobile whorehouse. She gets in some trouble for this. But the Abdul guy seems to have liked it. He gives him his, like, ring at the end as, like, some kind of a sign of appreciation. Like, hey, this is worth a lot of money. Thanks for the good time. Of course, Teller doesn't talk the whole time. Sam Jones is revealed to be the rich son and overworked. He works too hard. He's the rich son of the guy who owns the taxi company, chauffeur company, the limo company, where Deborah Foreman works. And he has to go on vacation, and they're going to make her drive him out. But the limo breaks down, and they have to hang out. They hike for a bit. have some follies. He falls into some mud, has to ask for help, and then they get it on that night. And she refuses to marry him because she's like, no, I need to get to know you better. I'm not doing that. But he keeps trying. Eventually, owner of the chauffeur company is like, hey, I want you two to sit down and meet me, whatever. So here's the thing. I hired you, Deborah Foreman, because you're my daughter. Your mom used to work for me. Don't you remember this stuff when you were a kid? She's like, yeah, I do remember playing here. Oh, wait a minute. So if you're my brother, we've been bad. Then the guy who kind of helped her at the chauffeur company, he comes by and says, something I want to tell you. Yeah, actually it was the guy who was one of the meanest to her. It was like, hey, something I gotta say. I believe I'm her dad. You see, I knew her mom too. And then this guy who was nice to her was like, yeah, I knew her mom also. So now you're kind of wondering who could her dad be. So there could be an incest angle, or there could not be. I mean, it could kind of go either way. Anyways, as these movies went, this was one of the better ones. There was some entertainment value here. There was some fun to be had. It didn't take itself seriously, but it was definitely edgy and incredibly politically incorrect. And for that reason, I have to give it more applause. Still, I'm saying this is no knockout winner. And though the score may not totally reflect, I think for a certain kind of audience, you may find this appealing. I give my Chauffeur 2 out of 4 stars.